Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Benjamin Percy's run on Wolverine, and we're going to cover Wolverine issues 20 and 21, where we actually get a pretty entertaining story with Wolverine having to deal with Wade Wilson. Deadpool is pretty much hellbent on trying to get on Krakoa. He wants to live there. So obviously he's not a mutant, so he's not allowed on Krakoa. And another thing is that when Deadpool's around, trouble always follows. The guy is a walking liability. So Wade Wilson cooks up a master plan to win over the favor of Wolverine, to see if Logan would vouch for him to get on Krakoa in the first place. But obviously things are going to go terribly wrong, so we're going to jump into this story. Now, one thing we have to know prior to going into these issues, Wolverine had come across this auction that would sell off extremely illegal things to supervillains and sketchy businessmen. Now, at that auction, they were trying to sell off a severed hand of Wolverine that had all the flesh intact. And now, I'm not sure if this hand came from Old Man Logan or this was a hand from the many Wolverines that had died during the Krakoan era. The thing is that Wolverine is hell-bent on trying to get that hand back because he knows that they can use the genetic material on it to make clones of himself. Now, the thing is that it seems that the CIA has its hands on his hand. That sounded really redundant. More specifically, it is in the possession of X-Desk. Now, while all this is going down, we have Deadpool, who gets a tip from Blind Al. He's back in the mercenary game, and he might be able to give Wade a good mission that might impress Wolverine. The thing is that a lot has gone down between Deadpool and Weasel over the years, and the friendship pretty much doesn't exist anymore, and Weasel actually really hates Wade. So what happens is Deadpool is able to find Weasel's secret hideout. There he crosses paths with Maverick. That during this time, Maverick has become a villain and has been a headache for Logan over the past couple of issues. So the story cuts back to Logan, who is working with Sage to find out what's going to happen with his hand. And he finds out that X-Desk is going to do like a rendezvous with some shady group, and it involves his hand. So Wolverine goes in to investigate. But when he arrives, he finds a bunch of dead CIA soldiers and a bunch of dead X-Men. He thinks they're dead X-Men at first, but they're actually androids. And he also finds Deadpool, who was also tipped on this whole trade-off that was going to go down with X-Desk. Wade is completely unaware over this whole situation with Wolverine's hand. I must note that this whole thing with Wolverine's hand sort of doesn't make any sense. Like, I understand Wolverine's motives, but Orcus has like 10 of his adamantium skeletons from missions that went south when he tried to take down Nimrod. And one would think that he would also want to recuperate that, but he never puts his focus on that. So obviously a battle breaks out between Wolverine and Deadpool. Deadpool really wants to help Wolverine, but Wolverine doesn't want his help. And while the battle rages on between both characters, both of them are trying to get their hands on the briefcase. A bunch of Wolverine androids fall out of the sky. No one understands what's going on until they realize they're dealing with Danger, a character that I freaking love, and I always wondered what was her situation during the Krakoan era, and if Danger would factor in with Orcus, because the thing is that she's like a artificial intelligence, and secretly Orcus was under the service of Nimrod and Omega Sentinel, who seek AI supremacy. But the thing is that Wolverine, when he sees Danger, he knows that this is real bad news, because back in the day, Danger on her own wrecked a whole team of X-Men with no effort. I think even Danger one-punched Wolverine during that story arc. So Deadpool, realizing that they're in a really tough situation, he decides to teleport away. He takes Logan with him, because the thing is that Deadpool wanted to fulfill his mission with Weasel because it seemed to be really important to the security of Krakoa. Therefore, he was going to impress Wolverine. And what happens is Weasel betrays Deadpool. He actually steals the briefcase for himself. Also, we discover that Weasel is in cahoots with Maverick, and in the interior of the briefcase, we don't find Wolverine's hand, but it seems to be like a remote controlling station to control Danger. That's why Danger was attacking them. She wanted the briefcase. So we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.